Hello, ladies. Okay, so my lovely husband is gonna let me do his nails to show you guys how to apply tips and then dip with the tips on. So, of course, you need your set of 4 liquids I have shown you in previous videos, and then you are gonna need some nail tips. These ones I got off of Amazon. You will need a color of dip powder of your choice. This one is called Playtime, available on my website. And then some nail cutters, a buffing block, and a file. Then you're also going to need a brush for dusting off the powder, and some cuticle oil. Alright, so he has wider nails, obviously, because he's got man hands, but I'm just here. I'm going to find the size of nail that fits his middle finger. And then, if you did not know this, our step 2, which is the base coat, you can also use to apply the tips because it works as a glue. So I'm going to be using step 2 with that. So you're just going to lightly buff off that shine off of your natural nail so you get a good bond. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to take my step 2 base coat and apply that to the tip, the inside of the tip. Right there where you can see like the part that goes on your nail. And then I'm going to apply that to his nail and hold that there for it to dry. I will speed up that process. It does not take long to dry. I just didn't want you guys to have to sit there and watch. Okay, so now that his tip is applied, I'm going to cut it to the length that the client or yourself would like. These nail cutters are amazing. They don't bend the nail. It just comes off in one swoop motion. So I got those off of Amazon as well. If you need a link, just let me know. And then I am going to shape the nail to the desired shape and blend. I will file the top to blend that tip into the real nail because you want it flat as possible. We got that all nice and blended into the natural nail. So you're going to go in with step 1 and you're only going to apply this to your natural nail. I do about 2 coats, and this is a dehydrator so that that dip powder sticks really good to your natural nail and you don't have to like over file or anything like that. So I'm just going to let that dry, and then I'm going to get my powder ready. I do dump some out into the cap as always, just so that when I'm dipping into the pot, it doesn't overflow. And normally if I was doing someone else's nails, I would not dip directly into it. I would pour over. But this is my husband, so it's okay. Okay, so here I'm just going to dump some into the cap just to make some more room for the finger to go in there. And then we are going to start with the base coat, and you will see you want to build that apex so that you get a nice curve. So I'm going to start in the middle at like the top, and just do one little coat right there, and then I'm going to dip it. And then I work myself closer to the cuticle each time. And when you're watching, if you notice, I lay the brush down on the nail and then push toward the cuticle. Like that, because you don't want to flood your cuticles and then you have a bunch of powder up there and you have to like file a bunch. So I just lay the brush down on the nail and then push toward the cuticle to get a thin layer toward that cuticle. And each time I go further out toward the edges and closer to the cuticle. And it takes about 3 dips to get to my desired distance of the cuticle. And then after that, I do 2 full dips just to get that thickness. You can dip as many times as you want. You can dip just once, twice. It's all preference. So just play around with it and do what you want, because these are your nails. And you can make them beautiful however you want. So as you can see, I'm just going out toward the edges now. And you can see the gap between the cuticles. So I went closer to the cuticle this time. See how I push toward? You want to push toward the cuticle. And then a full dip. And then I will dust this off and then do 2 more full coverage dips just to get that thickness that I want. So I will let you guys watch me do that. We have all of our dips done, so I'm just gonna put my powder back and then dust that nail off, get it looking great. My little one's hand, she wants mommy to do her nails. Okay, so I'm gonna dust off and then I'm going to grab step number 3 and activate the nail. So when you activate it, you want to put a generous amount, because you need it to penetrate all of those layers to harden all of that powder up, just like the UV light would do, but this is less harsh on your nails than the UV or whatever kind of lamp you're using. This will harden everything up and get it ready to file. So I'm just going to apply that, and curing time is about 45 seconds. It's not very long, so I'm not gonna like speed through this or anything. I wanted to leave it the actual time so you could see how long I wait before I actually go in and start filing. So it's really not that long at all. But you're going to get your 100, 180 grit file and your buffer. And the way I do this, I just do the free edges. I'm tapping to make sure it's hardened. I'm going to do the free edges, so I'm going to shape it first for in case there was any overlapping powder. I'm going to shape it and then run my file underneath the little points to get those sharp edges off. And then I go kind of in like a swoopy motion over the cuticle to make sure that's flattened. And then I lightly buff it to smooth it out. And that's really all you have to do. Like, it's super quick and fun to do, but I'm just gonna sit back and let you guys watch me file and buffer for a little bit and watch how easy this is. simple that was, guys. Alright, now I'm going to go in. You want to go in with the activator again, because this is going to make sure everything is dry, and it's going to help the top coat dry faster, because the top coat dries super quick. Look how smooth that nail is. You can tell just by putting the activator on. So I'm just activating it, and then you just want to wait a little bit, about the same amount of time, like 45 seconds, or until you notice that it's dry. And then you will go in with the beautiful glossy top coat. So when I do the first layer of top coat, you want to do the quick swooping motions. You don't want to take your time, because then it can get a little streaky. So you just want to go ahead and brush it on. You can wipe with a lint-free wipe before you do top coat. I just always wipe it with my finger. And then here I'm going to go in with the top coat. And look at that color. The top coat pulls that color through and makes it look so stunning. Okay, and you want to cap that end. So run your brush over the tip just to cap that. Seal everything together. And then you will see this does not take long at all to dry. So I'm not even going to fast forward through this. You guys are just going to have to bear with me and see. Watch for yourselves the magic. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment below. And let me know if there's a certain type of video you want me to do. Look, all dry already. So here I go in with my second coat. And this one you could take your time. You really don't need to, because all you're doing is putting a top coat on. So just brush it on and then cap that in again. And that is it. Your nails are done. I did only do one nail on my husband just for the sake of this video, because he was a trooper and let me do his nail in the first place. So I said I won't put you through too much pain by making you sit there and have me do all 5 nails. So we only went with 1 nail. So again, I'm just letting this top coat dry, and then I'm going to go in and put some cuticle oil on to replenish those cuticles and the finger from filing. And it makes it look so beautiful. This you can also get off of my website. My link will be down in the description. This is a watermelon scented. It is so yummy. So I put it around, and then I put it under the tip of the nail too, just to get the dryness out. But you're just going to rub that all in, and voila, look at that beautiful nail. That color is stunning. That color is available on my website as well, guys. So look at that beautiful nail. Okay, guys, I will leave all of my info below, and I hope you guys enjoy.